Hello, everyone. My name is Christopher Rubottom. I will be using IBM Cognos 11.1.6 to analyze college basketball data from 2015 to 2019. I'm using it to see the difference between the conferences and teams in college basketball. In particular, to see how 3 point shooting, 2 point shooting, and offensive rebounds affected teams' wins per year. Now, I used a data player, heat map, tables, and some summaries to help me with this demonstration. I thought with the surge of NBA shooters like Steph Curry, it'd be kind of interesting to see how it affected the college game throughout the years. So with the data player, I have set it up for the conferences. When I press play, it will go to all 32 D1 conferences, as you can see here. So this will help show the differences in averages between the conferences, and it can also give some insight into what their strengths are. For example, the Big Ten and Big East are a very respected college basketball conference, but their style of play might be different than perhaps an Ivy League. Whereas the Big Ten can get some larger players, the Ivy League and other conferences have to get more shooters, so their averages may look a little different. And the data player will show this all. Now going to the heat map over here, the heat map will show the percentages, 3 point percentages of each team from 2015 to 2019. We can tap on the table over here to tap on their respective year. So then we can go more in depth about each year. Also on the heat map, I have it set up so we can see the postseason play of each conference, and we can compare it with the teams that didn't make it. It will show us the 3 point percentages of teams that made it to perhaps a farther round in postseason. For example, here in the American Conference, Cincinnati in 2015 made it to the round of 32, and we can tell on this that they're shooting their average 3 point percentage was 33%, their 2 point was 47%, and they averaged 18 wins per year. Now, compared with a team like South Florida, who didn't make it to the postseason, their average was a lot lower. And we can see that they averaged 31% on 3 point shooting, 48% on 2 point shooting, and only 8 wins per year with a 31% offensive rebound average. So it helps us compare teams that made it to the March Madness bracket with their averages of wins versus teams that didn't make it with the NA right here. It's also kind of interesting to see that a lot of the teams that made it into the postseason do actually have a higher 3 point percentage, as with in the Big 12, Baylor, who made it to the round of 64, has an extremely high 3 point shooting percentage versus the teams that didn't make it, with the TCUs, the Texas Techs, who have a lower with the lighter red versus the darker red. Additionally, the table at the lower left-hand corner, it shows each conference and the teams that made it into the postseason for each conference. You can see here. And each year. This makes it quicker and easier if you want to find an individual team and compare them. So to review, I've been using the IBM Cognos 11.1.6 to analyze the differences between college basketball teams in terms of their 3 point shooting, 2 point shooting, and offensive rebounds. My name is Christopher, and thank you for your time.